Hello, this is old Mr. Kent, and this is last Saturday morning, and Saturday is usually a day when we work on the yard here at my son's place. That's the little bungalow that he made for my wife and I, in addition to his shop, when we moved out to live with him. And so, anyway, I help out with the yard work whenever I can, and now my grandson he's 10 years old, and he's old enough that he's going to do the riding of the lawnmower. So I thought I had already finished the front yard, and I thought, well, since I'm going to do the backyard, I might as well have my drone follow me around. And so now I've got it locked on me. And by the way, it's my DJI Mini 3 Pro, and I really enjoy that drone. So now I'm going to go over, since I got the drone following me, I'm going to put on my jetpack. And it's not really a jetpack, but it works good for spraying weeds. And so I did the front yard, then I had to refill it. And so it's not light, but it does work really well. It's better than carrying a 1-gallon jug around with you in one arm. And so, because it's all nice and balanced. So I'm making sure it's following me, and sure enough, it is. So I'm going to go start spraying. And there are some weeds. Oh, by the way, you notice how it wants to follow the car? I noticed that when I looked at it, and I thought, ActiveTrack only follows human beings and vehicles. I tried to have it follow my other drone, did a couple of videos experimenting with that, and it just won't follow the other drone. It only does humans and vehicles. And it saw the vehicle, and I thought, am I supposed to follow that? Or something like that. Now, you'll see that I'm coming out here to the end of this drive, and my drone is supposed to be following me, but it was leading me and backing up into some power lines. So I decided, well, I'll do that later. And if you notice I'm limping, nothing hurts. But in 1982, I was in a very serious motorcycle accident that put me in the hospital for about, I guess I was in for 18 days total. Got to go home in the middle. And so they said that I would never walk on it again without crutches or something. But as you can see, I'm walking, and with a heavy load on the back. That's my weak leg, so I kind of waddle a lot. But anyway, I'm thankful to the Lord that I can still get around and do things. And so I'm spraying weeds. And by the way, you'll see there's some people looking at my son's red pickup truck as I come around here. And we lived in Spokane, Washington, before we moved down to Arizona 6.5 years ago. And they were some very good friends of my son. He and my son got along really well, and so he helped him, and they're standing there looking at that pickup. He helped my son, and my son would help him, and they worked together on a lot of different projects. And so they're down here because his daughter is in a softball tournament, and they'll be here for a week while they do that. Now you'll notice as I'm walking along here, it loses me. You notice that? And it can't find me. But here comes along a bird. Now watch real close. There goes a bird, and the drone says, oh, I'll follow that. And then it found me. Let's go through that real slow motion. Here comes the bird, and the drone says, oh, that's what I'm supposed to follow. But then the bird goes out of sight, and then it says, oh, I remember now. That's who I was following. Now, I know that's exactly how the drone, thinks and reasons. About the same as I do, I suppose. Anyway, so I'm getting down here, and it has. If I was to fly the drone lower, it would have much easier time following me because I'd be a larger object. And of course, I didn't have the backpack on when he started following me. So anyway, you'll see here as I get down here and I start to get behind some objects. Then it says it can't find me. You'll notice that. And so then when I finally figure it out, I have to turn around and go back over to where I launch it. And so here I am getting ready to launch it again. And And there comes my son. He was talking to a former customer that he worked on their vehicle, and they came by for some reason. Still haven't asked him about that. But now I've got the drone is following me again, and so as I waddle back to my, I'll put my controller down on the little bench there, and we'll start again. And there comes my sweetheart, and she notices that I've got a tail, so she gives me the tail and says, "Here, you're going to need that." And there goes my grandson, and the drone almost followed him. All right, so here we go, and I'll start spraying more weeds. And that pickup is a 1969 Chevy that my son restored, and that's a big engine in there, and so he's showing his friend. And sure enough, you don't have to keep watching because the drone is following you, although it'll stop pretty soon. And my grandson, he wanted to, I think he wanted to get into the picture or something, so about now, he comes walking over, and because I know this thing is having troubles, I have to turn around and tell him, "Now be careful because it'll follow you instead of me." And I'm pretty selfish, so here he comes. Yep, he's looking up at us thinking, "Oh, I'll get into the picture." So I told him, "I'm having enough trouble as it is." And so it's following me. But it will lose me again here pretty soon. In fact, it's lost me right there. It's looking for me. And ActorTrack actually works very well because it's very smart. It'll scan the picture until it finds the object again that it's supposed to follow. At least that's what it appears to me. So anyway, I'm spraying the grass there. My son wants to eventually kill all the grass back along that walkway. And so I'm looking for, actually I'm just trying to get the grass that's sprouting up. It's winter time, and so the regular grass is dry. Okay, it lost me, and at this point in time, I don't know because I just checked and he was where he's supposed to be. But at that point in time, I don't know he's not there. So anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I want to thank you for watching it, and God bless.